Hello, everybody. We'll just take a second here to see that we're all here. Welcome. I'm really happy to be here chatting with you guys today. I collected a bunch of questions over the last week or so, and that's just kind of questions that have been coming up a lot lately, and just seems like a lot of FAQs. And so I thought, why not do this session? I can answer some of the questions that I've been collecting, but also if there's anybody that is here wanting to ask, just put your questions in the comments and I'm happy to just have a discussion. I'm really excited to make this an open discussion. Yes, if there's any other marketers that are here, I would love to get into some conversations with different perspectives and opinions and to just get a conversation going around what's happening in branding and marketing, LinkedIn, web design, and whatever you guys are trying to work on. So yeah, I guess I can get into the first question here. It was, how do I identify and target my ideal customer or client? Yeah, the target audience is definitely one of the first steps. It needs to be if we don't know who we're talking to or who the customer is going to be, how do we plan anything really going from that? And so first and foremost, you need to understand your product or service and who benefits the most from it. There might be different categories of people that benefit from it. And so starting to create customer personas detailing like demographics, interests, and the pain points and how your product helps them, and getting specific about it, like 10 to like say 20 to 25-year-old women in Saskatchewan who have been to Saskatoon in the last 40 days. So it's very specific target audience, and trying to find what the ideal is, like what can be the most ideal target audience. And so we can use market research and data analytics to refine the target audience. But really, one of the best ways to do a customer profile is to find somebody who is your target audience, a real person, and talk with them. Have an interview of the target audience. There is a lot you can learn from just asking them. Is a really great way to do some research. There's lots of great AI tools out there now. Perplexity is one for research that is excellent. Yeah. Okay. So, then what are some effective strategies for building a strong brand identity? Consistency is really everything. Consistency in the visual elements of like logo, color scheme, font, and making sure that the messaging is very clear and compelling, and you have a USP that differentiates you from your competitors. If you're looking for USP development, I have a really great ebook in the resource library on my website that explains a really great method on developing a USP, which goes through its competitor analysis leading into a USP development kind of workbook. And I'll put that link out here, and it's free. If you want that ebook, it's free just on the website, marketinglawyers.io, and in the resources, on the resources tab in the menu there. Yeah. Okay. So how can small businesses compete with larger businesses in terms of branding and marketing? I love this question because lots of the businesses in the area, in my local area in Canada and Saskatchewan, are smaller businesses and but are just stellar competitors with the big brands. And that's something really to be proud of. The businesses in this area are very strong. But really, it's leveraging the local presence and the personal connections that has been able to is what sets them apart, right? So they focus on the successful businesses in these areas. They focus on niche markets and they find what they can excel at and focus on something and be really good at one thing. Um, and another way to stand out is to have um, exceptional customer service. You can the loyalty that gets generated from customers who have an exceptional experience is definitely a way that you can stand out compared to larger companies. That's something that is harder in larger companies. Um, yeah, so I didn't note down who actually put these questions out. So if you're here, um, put something in the comments to tell me that that was your question. And if you have any follow up question, if I like answered the what you were kind of trying to get, let me know. Then I kind of thought, what about a couple questions about LinkedIn? LinkedIn profile optimization is really a great way that we can stand out. So, what are some of the key elements that we can do to stand out in the LinkedIn profile? Well, making sure that your profile photo is professional and your background image. You want to have the design being professional, have a call to action in your heading, um, make it clear what you're here for in your headline. Use keywords in your headline relevant to the industry, but the first few words of your headline needs to speak volumes. Um, we can make featured posts. So in your featured post section, you want to have 2 featured posts. The sizing is better. It's big and you can see the 2 images really well. And below that, there's a services section. So also getting images in media in your services section. Write an about us that speaks directly to your target audience and is for them. The about us isn't as much about me as it is about what I can do for you, is kind of how we need to write those. It's the person who is coming, the potential customer that is coming to your profile to read it, finding out that you guys are the right fit to work together by reading that section. And then in your experience section, there's places for media, like really like add pictures. It comes down to using all of the parts of the profile that there is, just using them all and to the best that you can. We offer a LinkedIn profile optimization service where we can design for you a custom package of profile graphics and everything you need. If you need help with that, you can just send me a message and we can talk more about that one. But yeah, the headline and summary, if you want to attract leads with your headline and your summary, you need to have action oriented language and keywords, and making sure you highlight your USP. So that precedes you need to have your USP figured out. Uh, and also include achievements, metrics, demonstrate your expertise. Social proof is great. And then what are some mistakes people make? What have you guys seen on LinkedIn and that you thought was just a bad idea, and so that we can share that with each other to see, so we can make sure that we all avoid it, right? And to me, I haven't seen anything that crazy, but really it's just the incomplete profiles that stand out in the negative way the most. Not having a cover image is a really kind of is a really main part that you're kind of missing an opportunity if you don't have your cover image and if it's not really nice, especially. Um, I also would steer away from generic headlines and summaries. Have something that actually reflects your brand in your headline and engage. You really, to make LinkedIn work for you, you need to have a plan of engagement, like going to other people's posts and commenting on them and having conversations, participating in groups, and just finding places that you can have conversations on LinkedIn with people that you're interested in talking to. Interacting with your network and other people's networks, and just setting aside a block of time to engage with the platform. And this goes for all the platforms. Like, I'm talking about LinkedIn specifically just for the purpose of this question, but really, if you're watching this on X or Facebook or YouTube, still engagement is still the goal. Consistency is important, really. Consistency in your posts. So the next question here is, how do I leverage LinkedIn for personal branding through thought leadership? And I think that the best way to do that is to share your content regularly. Participate in the different ways. Write newsletter, write posts, make video, engage in groups, have discussions, come to live sessions, run your own live sessions. And then consistently comment and share on posts from your network. You can contribute to the different articles, and yeah, I mean, the more that you comment and engage with other people's, the more they'll come and engage with you, and goes around, comes around. And that's just kind of the momentum building. So the next question I have here is, how can LinkedIn recommendations and endorsements boost my profile's visibility? Yeah, requesting recommendations from colleagues and clients is a good way. There is a spot there where you can send the request for them to give you a recommendation. So they can just click directly on it and come and give you one. And it's nice to go and endorse other people's skills to encourage the reciprocity. And when you do that and then ask them if they would do it back, they're way more likely to say like yes, because it goes around, comes around. So highlight key skills that align with your professional goals. Make sure that the endorsements align with what you're trying to do on LinkedIn. Yeah. So is there any other questions or any other follow-up on these LinkedIn topics here? If not, otherwise I'll move. The next section I was thinking is some about the website development, and I kind of I put a couple groups together of the questions that I have here. And so yeah, this one is, how do I create a cohesive brand message across all marketing channels? Well, that comes back to consistency. Consistency really ends up being the foundation of all of it, ensuring consistent tone, style in all communications by aligning visual elements with your brand identity. And this will reinforce your core message and values with every interaction, so that no matter which touch point, your customer experience is as expected. So I think the best way to have cohesive brand message is to just make sure that you have your brand message very clearly decided, and then being consistent with it across. What are the most important features of a professional website for a small business? Clean, clear user interface, clear navigation, intuitive user interface, so that there's no confusion of to where I click or what am I supposed to do, or I'm looking for a certain thing and I can't find it. That just causes frustration and people to leave. And that is a very important thing. Another extremely important thing is mobile responsiveness and fast loading times. I look at analytics for many websites every week, and by far the percentage of viewers on mobile versus desktop is by far higher on mobile across the board always. So it's not even that mobile responsiveness is like a nice to have or a prerequisite or anything. It's actually should be like a mobile first mindset that the majority of the use is mobile. And yeah, having strong call to actions and contact information. So be clear about what you want them to do. You have a website. What is the point? What are you wanting them to go through? So make sure that there's a certain intentional pathway that the user that you would like the user to go through in order to become a customer in the easiest way possible. Yeah. How does web design impact user experience and conversion rates? Well, really, it. It's the disorganization, like cluttered design, not sure where to click, anything that causes confusion, or anytime that something doesn't load right or work right, or some even thing seems not quite right, people are just gone. So they just leave. I'll find a different website, or I'll do a different thing or a different way, or I'll just call or whatever it is. So having the website being very clean, uncluttered, readable, and intuitive, making it as easy as possible, the least number of steps, having to go here and fill out this and then go here and click that and open the email, and anytime, every single step along the way, you will lose conversion rate. So least number of steps possible. So what are the benefits of using WordPress for website development? Yeah, WordPress is my personal platform of choice. I find it very flexible. There's really nothing that we can't do when it comes to WordPress. So I love the idea of clients being able to come to me and talk to me about their website and having all these crazy hopes and dreams and creative ideas of what they want their website to do or how they want it to be or look like. And I love just being able to say, like, yes, we can do that. Like, because WordPress is so flexible. There's so many plugins and themes and options for functionality that it makes it really limitless and also cost effective, because you don't have to go and you're not creating it from total scratch. So yeah, flexibility, scalability, numerous plugins and themes. They have user-friendly interface and easy content updates. So clients can often make some of the minor updates themselves. There is part of the interface is very similar to, I would say, like a document. So as far as like editing text, there can be like an element of self-management there that is quite nice. And then there's a very strong community of support and extensive documentation, and lots of people who are very familiar and very good at WordPress in the world. So if there's ever anything, there's somebody that can help. There's somebody that knows and can figure it out, and there's lots of support in that way. So to me, WordPress is really a no-brainer. So how can I ensure my website is optimized for search engines, SEO? So you want to make sure that you have relevant keywords in your content, in your titles, meta descriptions, making sure you have your images optimized for size and to ensure fast loading times. This is really one of the main things that I find that with self-management of websites, people want to add a page or do some things, and then all of a sudden like the performance of the website starts to degrade, but it's because they're not optimizing images, they're not sizing them properly, and that has a negative impact on the site. So, and also making sure you create high quality, valuable content that attracts backlinks. People want to link to your content because it's that good. What role does website speed play in user engagement and SEO? Well, the faster the website, the better the user experience and the less bounce rates. And bounce rate means how long they spend on your website before leaving, if they come for a second and then leave. So user experience, so like as soon as a website is slow and that frustration occurs, people are gone. So that's just the user experience needing to be smooth and easy, easy, easy. Anything like that will negatively affect your conversion rates, but also the SEO, because search engines favor fast loading sites. So tools like Google Page Speed Insights can help identify speed issues. And what are some key elements of an effective landing page? Clear and concise headline that captures attention, strong visuals, focused call to action, testimonials, social proof to build trust is really the top 3 most important. If you have that, then you should be good. And I mean, the quality of the images, strong visuals. Yeah. Strong visuals, meaning high quality, clear images. I got a couple more here. One more. How often should I update my website and content? Regularly. Keeping it fresh and relevant all the time is important. Being able, like, publishing blogs every week, adding events every month, really whenever you have anything to share is great. And then usually a website requires a full redesign every 2 to 3 years to stay current with design trends. The function may still be there, but if you want to stay current, 3 years is a good expectancy. Monitor performance metrics to make sure when updates are needed. So sometimes you'll find that the WordPress will be updated to a new version, and then some of your plugins or your theme or something will be compatible with that version of WordPress. So it'll kind of force a website redesign. If not, you start to sacrifice some security. Yeah, so that is all the questions that I was going to go through today. If there's anybody that wants to come on and have a little chat, that would be great. I would be happy to get into a discussion with you, or sending me some more questions. I want to do this more often and go through some of these questions and just kind of help. I'm getting lots of questions in my DMs and everything. So I thought if I addressed some of them online or on the video, then it can help more people. And so if you want to chat more specifically about anything that we talked about today or other, just send me a message. I am happy to. Otherwise, I'm going to try and do this again next week. It may not be the exact same time slot every single week, but I'll switch it up a little bit to see if there's to help with flexible schedules. And but yeah, I really looking forward to talking to you all again soon.